KAWS Family is an exhibition that looks at the work of KAWS and takes the work family as a jumping off point, which is really a work that is looking at kind of family dynamics and looking at the entire family of KAWS characters. And the exhibition is really centered around this idea that KAWS over 30 years has created a full host of different characters and these different family members. They all have their individual attributes and their different family dynamics within that. And so we are looking at these different characters and these different ways in which KAWS has continued to look at his practice over the years and all the different facets of it. When you first walk in, there are a series of posters, and these are advertisements that in the 90s, KAWS went out and he would take these advertisements, he would take them home, he would paint on top of them and insert his different characters into it, and then he would go back out and he would hang it back up. And so this is this intervention into this existing media landscape that was already out there, but then him collaborating in a kind of way with these sort of existing images and existing words. When you walk through this exhibition, you will see a lot of different brands that you recognize. You will see Nike, you'll see General Mills, and for KAWS, the way that he has always approached his work is that he can do a painting and he can do a sculpture, and he is so meticulous in the way that he does this. And then when he turns his attention to doing a cereal box or a pair of shoes, the attention to detail is still exactly the same. And it's because he thinks about all of that artwork as artwork, as all part of his practice. He knows that folks can come to a museum and they can see a big painting or a large sculpture, but if they want to have a little piece of KAWS for themselves, then they can get that on a piece of merchandise, or they can get that in a small vinyl toy, or even as a cereal box for $4 from the cereal aisle. And that if that is what they're going to have, then the quality of that needs to be exactly the same across the board. Part of what's so great about this exhibition and these different artworks is that when we walk through and we see these different characters, especially when we see them interacting with one another, I keep going back to the family work. When we first walk in this portrait, and you see these different interactions between them, and you see the two larger figures in the back, and they sort of stand as parents or guardians, and you see the smaller figures in the front, and they seem like children. And then there's a moment where BFF, one of these characters, puts its hand on the smaller chum character, and it looks like every like parent and child interaction when it's like, okay, you're gonna pose for this picture. And there is this way that we imbue our own knowledge of family dynamics, our own knowledge of different interactions and emotions into these works, because of the sort of care that KAWS has taken to be able to set these different interactions up. I hope that folks are just blown away by what they see. I think that the artwork that KAWS makes reproduces really well, and so we see it on social media all the time. And it's one thing to see it on social media, and it's a totally different thing to be able to stand in front of one of these paintings or one of these sculptures and see it in person. And I think that there is a level of technique that is just outstanding. There's a way that you connect with the artwork and that you have a connection with the individual works that you can only get if you're actually engaging. This exhibition is open now, and it will be open until July 28th, and folks can get tickets on our website, soapbridges.org.